Hello, good morning everyone. In there, our group will explain about traces of government. Let me introduce my group. And the first, me as Afrizal Evaldo Maulana, my ID number is 13122000078. Next.
Hey guys, my name is Raffi Satribowo. My ID number 13122000125. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Muhammad Goirul. My number ID 13122000027.
My name is Nurmatika Teguh Septiawan. My number 1312000. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Farah Sakita Dewi. My study number 13122000064.
Hi everyone, my name is Nanda Cecilia Isabel. 13122000110.
Here I will explain in chapter 10, which explains about the form of a commonwealth. The majority having as has been shown upon man's first uniting into society the whole power of the community naturally in 10, which explains about of the forms of a commonwealth. The majority having as has been shown upon man's first uniting into society the whole power of the community naturally in them may employ all that power in making laws for the community from time to time, and executing those laws by officers of their own appointing, and then the form of the government is a perfect democracy, or else may put the power of making laws into the hands of a few select men and their heirs or successors, and then it is an oligarchy, or else into the hands of one man, and then it is a monarchy, if to him and his heirs. It is a hereditary monarchy, if to him only for life, but upon his death the power only of nominating a successor to return to them, and elective monarchy. Okay, next.
Okay, in there I will explain chapter 11 about cut.
Apa-apa nggak usah di-cut.
Ya, ayo langsung balik. Hello, in there I will explain chapter 11 about of the extent of the legislative power. The great end of men entering into society being the enjoyment of their properties in peace and safety, and the great instrument and mean of that being the laws established in that society, the first and fundamental positive law of all commonwealths is the establishing of the legislative power as the first and fundamental natural law which is to govern even the legislative itself is the preservation of the society as far as will conscience with the public good of every person it. This legislative is not only the supreme power of the Commonwealth, but scared and unalterable in the hand where the community have on place it, nor can any edict of anybody else in what form soever conceived or by what power soever backed have the force and obligation of law which has not its sanctions from that legislative which the public has chosen and appointed. For without this the law could not have that which is absolutely necessary to its being allowed. The consent of the society over whom nobody can have a power to make laws, but by their own consent and by authority received from them, and therefore all the obedience which by the most solemn ties anyone can be obligated to pay, ultimately terminates in this supreme power and is directed by those laws which it enacts. Thank you.
Lanjutkan, siapa duluan? Ayo, monggo.
Okay. The legislative power is that which has a right to direct of the force of the Commonwealth shall be implied for preserving the community and the members of it, because those laws which are constantly to be executed and watched for is always to continue, may be made in a little time. Therefore, there is no need that the legislative should be always in being, not having always business to do. Next.
Okay, guys, this is my time. I want to tell you about practice 13 and subtitle of the subordination of the power of the Commonwealth. I have I have summarized it. And number 1, talking a constituted Commonwealth standing upon its own basis and acting according to its own nature, that is, acting for the present version of the community, there can be but one supreme power, which is the legislative, to which all the rest are and must be subordinate. Yet the legislative being only a fiduciary power to act for creating ends, there remains still in the people a supreme power to remove or alter the legislative when they find the legislative contrary to the trust reposed in them. For all power, even with trust for the attaining and being limited by the end, whenever that end is manifestly neglected or opposite, The trust must necessarily be forfeited, and the power developed into the hands of those that give it, who may place it anew where they shall think best for their safety and security. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay.
Enggak wes.
Masih sih.
Aman.
Okay. And now chapter 14. For the legislator unable to foresee and provide by law for all that might be of use to society, the executor of law holds power in his hands. By common law, nature has the rights to exploit it for the good of society in many cases where municipal law has given direction. Until the legislatures can still assemble to provide for many things cannot be provided for by law because it must be left to the direction of common law. He who has the executive power in his hands to be ordered by him as public goods and private will be common law is according to law itself that must be some cases give way to executive power. Or rather to this the fundamental law of nature and government that is as much as possible of all members of society must be preserved. Okay, thank you.
Okay, chapter 15. Summary of content. So I have had occasion to speak this separately before. Yet the great mistake of late about government having, as I suppose, arisen from confounding this district power one with another. It may not perhaps be amiss to consider them here together. First, then paternal power is nothing but that which two duties of government. Jean-Luc parents have offered their children to govern them for the children's good, till they come to the age of reason, of a state of knowledge, wherein they may be supposed capable to understand that rule, whether it be the law of nature or the municipal law of their country. They are to govern themselves by capable, I say, to know it, as well as several another who live as free men under that law. Okay, I return to my friend Aldo. Thank you.
Okay, enough from there. Enough from there. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Aldo.
Salam.